Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel World Fashion and Decoration Tour. Today in this video, I present to you some Vintage Cottage Decor Inspiration Ideas. Let's start the video. Vintage Cottage Inspiration refers to the emotional, aesthetic and design ideas drawn from charming, old-fashioned cottages, especially those filled with nostalgic details, handmade touches, and a romantic Timor elegance. It is a source of creative and emotional motivation for decorating or styling homes in a cozy, sentimental, and nature-infused way. Here is a breakdown of what Vintage Cottage Inspiration truly means. Soft pastels and faded florals. Think rose print fabrics, pale pinks, mint greens, buttery creams, and dusty blues. Timon beauty, old floors, tipped paint, antique mirrors, or that iron bed frames. Whimsy and storybook charm, delicate lace, teacups with gold trims, embroidered linens, and floral wallpaper. Key elements of inspiration: old soul pieces, antique furniture, heirlooms, vintage flower market finds. Natural materials: old linen, cotton, stone, and rattan for an earthy, unpolished feel. Layered textures: crochet trellis, ruffled cushions, vintage quilts, lace curtains. Atmosphere: it creates cozy and romantic, a space that feels like a hug, safe, warm, and welcoming. Nostalgic and sentimental, every object tells a story, often passed down through generations. Peaceful and solemn, inspired by simple, slow rural life. Morning tea by the window, fresh flowers from the garden, the scents of old books. Sources of inspiration: English countryside cottages, old family homes, vintage films and novels, antique shops and flower markets, seasons, especially spring and autumn. Why it inspires? It taps into emotional warmth, history, and a longing from simplicity. It celebrates imperfection and individuality. Each item is unique and meaningful. It helps create a home with soul, not just style. Deeper meaning of Vintage Cottage Inspiration: a return to simpler times. Vintage Cottage Inspiration is not just about furniture or decor, it is a reaction of modern chaos. It reflects the yearning for slower days, handmade goods, nature connected living, meaningful belongings. It evokes a time when life was lived closer to the earth. Meals with home cooked and interiors felt alive with memory. Styling principles: here are the heart and soul design features that bring Vintage Cottage Inspiration to life. Layered and lifted, mixed old and older, Victorian chairs with mid-century tables. Playthings aged gracefully, faded textiles, painted brass, cracked glass. Nothing too perfect. Imperfections are part of the charm. Slightly mismatched dishware, hand-sewn linens, and weathered finishes add to the stories. Color and light: creamy whites, pale rose, rose cream, sky blue. Use natural light, cozy curtains, candles, or soft lamps. Pictures and patterns: lace, elliot, cotton, embroidery, floral, gingham, tile, and faded botanical prints also uses. Emotional atmosphere: Vintage Cottage Decor is not designed, it is felt. It creates a setting where you want to curl up with a book on a rainy day. A teacup feels like a treasure. The scents of lavender or breathtaking fills the air. It's deeply nostalgic, evoking memories, even ones you never lived. Symbolism: every item in a vintage cottage style space carries a bit of symbolic weight. Crochet dollars equal heritage and fashions. Old books equal wisdom and comfort. Faded florals equal fragility and the passage of time. Reduced materials equal sustainability and care. How to find an inspiration: nature, wildflowers, old gardens, countryside landscapes. Grandma's house, memory, laden pages, dollars, china cabinet, patchwork quilts. Stories: novels like any of Green Gables, Little Women, or Pride and Prejudice. Seasons: spring for florals, fall for cozy plate, winter for candlelight. Vintage cottage living: to live in a vintage cottage in a spa way is to embrace homemade meals and warm bread, writing letters in a state of text, collecting antiques with the stories, wearing aprons, crane harps, walking barefoot in the garden. Historical roots: Vintage cottage inspiration draws from English country homes, 18th to 19th century. Prince rural cottages, old American farmhouses, romantic literature, and Victorian era charm. These homes are filled with handmade items, modest beauty, and a deep sense of home as a century. Sensory details: how to see, smell, hear, and feel. Visuals: soft beaded colors, floral wallpapers, mismatched crockery, botanical prints in antique frames, embroidered linens, ruffled curtains, on old floors. Scents: dried lavender, rose water, bee ox, fresh bread, old books, herbal teas, and potpourri in ceramic bowls. Sounds: birdsong, ticking clocks, cracking floorboards, classical music, or the quiet hum of a kettle. Textures: crochet, lace, linen, velvet, old timber, the comforting roughness of handmade things. Artistic soul: Vintage cottage inspiration is inherently poetic and artistic. It reflects a love of storytelling through objects. that feels crowded like a scrapbook of the heart. Handmade crafts, handwritten notes, painted furniture, sketches, and swing projects. Even a chipped mug or an old button box holds artistic value. It is about soul, not surface. The lifestyle of a vintage cottage soul. Vintage cottage living is not rushed or overly modern. It is solo, intentional, creative, and gentle. Daily rituals might include picking wildflowers or herbs from the garden, writing in a journal by candlelight, hanging laundry to dry in the breeze, sipping tea by the window as rain falls, rearranging treasures on our own wooden shelf. Values: mindfulness over materialism, craftsmanship over convenience, emotion over perfection, simplicity over clutter. Words that describe vintage cottage inspiration: whimsy, romance, nostalgia, handmade, soulful, cozy, sentimental, heirloom, nature kissed, timeless. Vintage cottage has a way of feeling home. A vintage cottage inspired space is not just about looking pretty, it is about how it makes you feel. You feel safe, like you have stepped into a memory. You feel cherished, surrounded by gentle beauty. You feel connected to the past, to stories, to your own rhythm. In chip plate or sun-faded curtain speaks softly of a slower life, of love in the little things. Storytelling through objects. Every item in a vintage cottage style home tells a quiet tale. A teacup may whisper of afternoon chats with a grandmother. A faded book might hold echoes of childhood dreams. A hand-stitched quilt would carry the warmth of many winters and many hands. This style invites you to create your own story with every bit. This belonged to my mother's kitchen. I found this in a village market. This candle holder always reminds me of autumn. The nature connection. Nature plays a central role in vintage cottage inspiration. It is not separate from the home, it blends into it. Wildflowers in mismatched jars, woven baskets of herbs and vegetables. Windowsill plants in terracotta pots, wicker chairs, benches in vases, birds nesting nearby. You live with nature, not separate from it. You notice the rain, you listen to the wind, you welcome the touch on your apron and the moss on your stones. Romance of the ordinary. One of the most beautiful truths about vintage cottage inspiration in this, it finds magic in the everyday. Folding linens becomes a mindful ritual. Setting the table is a chance to arrange beauty. Swapping the floor feels like blessing your home. Lighting a candle is not just light, it's both memory and love. A home with its soul, a vintage cottage home does not follow design rules, it follows intuition. It feels like a handwritten letter rather than a printed email. It sings lullabies rather than playing loud music. It grows quietly rather than sparkling loudly. It is a soulful home, filled not with the standards, but with the stories, warmth, and timeless beauty. Philosophy behind Vintage Cottage Inspiration. At its core, Vintage Cottage Inspiration is a philosophy of living that honors gentle aging over fast trains. Soulful meaning over surface style. Homemade over mass product. Quiet beauty over showy glamour. It is about beautifully with lace, cherished time on things, and finding sacredness in the small moments of everyday life. Emotional depth, a style of memory and heart. Vintage Cottage Decor is emotionally layered. It carries longing for simpler times, old love letters, and grandma's kitchens. Tenderness in soft fabrics, candlelight, and familiar scents. Comfort in chipped mugs, farm quads, and creaky floors. Belonging in spaces filled with your own stories and silent companions. It is like living in a memory that never fades, just softens and deepens with time. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel and support me.